Okay, well actually, let me be Wonder Woman. I think I did this right. See, so look. So I didn't do that right, see? Good. See, so look, I'm trying to down one, but she's frame trapping me, right? So I can't do that, that's not an option. So I have to wait for the down one. Oh, you're like, oh, Harley down one tantrum? Oh, let me just counter poke her, you know? She does a down one. See, look, this is what happens. This is what she has. This is her dirt, is that she has this option. See, look. And she can do this with, like, a lot of characters within the cast in general. Like, if she sets this up the right way, because, look, you can actually do it where... I wonder... You know, I think I can do it this way. Yeah, I think this will work. Something like this, I think. See, look, this actually... And the thing is, this is mid-screen. You can do this works exceptionally better in the corner. I don't think this will connect, but let's see. So yeah, she's actually punishing me. I can't counterpose. See, look. If you do it right, see, look. When she jumps, I have to take the overhead, right? I have to block it correctly. And I have to block the follow-up afterwards. Like, look, I blocked that. Look, I'm crouching immediately, and her high still comes out on block. What that means is that jump-in is so plus that she gets to jail her standing one. So she gets the 1-2 into the gunshot, literally guaranteed. If you know how to simply do your jump-ins, which is fucking Harley, that's not rocket science, then you get to do this all the time. You know, you get to frame trap immediately after, you lose nothing for frame trapping, and then on top of that too, you still have this like a barre mind game after the down one. So the thing is, people in general, when they see Harley down one, they down one right back, because most Harleys will simply do down one into tantrum, and then you can interrupt down one into tantrum. Or she does a down one, and because she doesn't have a string, it's just down one, and she leaves it alone, or down one into a cancel. Majority of the time, because Harley players know, and most people know, you can interrupt down one into tantrum. Most people will just hold it down one, and then it just counter poke right back right after. See, this is the thing that she can do though, is that, yeah, you can try to do that, but then she actually has a way to still blow that up. So what that will do, when you condition people enough with this, when you show that this is a literal, legitimate option that she has as a whole, like in her kit, this is what literally just lets her keep on like pressuring. Because now it's like she does it down one, but you can't actually take your turn back, because if you try taking your turn back, you will literally eat a full-blown combo. So that's what lets her kind of just like rinsing and repeating stuff over and over. Because let's say that happens, right? You learn to respect her. So then she does this. And look, she's plus again. See, so like, it's like that one reached. Let me try to get a little closer. Yeah, see, look, it's still not reaching. Because she has so much fucking pushback. There we go. See, randomly it'll whip like that, but it's like that's not a consistent thing. Like it kind of just like happens on its own. No, I'm just gonna let her do this. So that misses at that space. But the thing is, you're not gonna punish her, because look at this recovery. Look. Let's say it somehow misses. See, look, because it hits in that range. See, like this is what it is with her. She just has kind of like this weird inconsistency, but the thing is, it's still like foolproof. See, look how fucking far I am, but it's still connecting. But then if I move closer, then sometimes it just like misses. It's like so weird. See, look, like right there, it missed. For whatever reason, look. See, but look, like let's say I just notice that it misses, and then I try to go for like my fastest punish, look. Because the thing is, you know that this thing connects on block, so you're not going to press buttons immediately. Like just like you're just not going to, because you know that this will hit. As you can see, it's jailing on block. Like I can't backdash. Look, like I'm forced to take that. I have to take it, so I'm not going to press buttons. So then by the time that finishes, and I'm like, oh shit, it missed. Look, you're still able to block, so she still doesn't lose anything in the process. She's still not hanging herself in any remote way at all. And she just, Harley in general, just has so many ways to do this. So many various ways. It's not cut and dry, which for me, that's what makes it fun about the character. but she still has this. Like, you can still be stupid about it. And the thing above all else that she has too is the simple fact that she has everything for meterless. Like, this set play itself, this is all meterless. Like, her to do that, like all of this is all meterless. It's like, I don't give a shit. Like, I can just do this for free. I can be plus on block meterlessly. You know, I can do chip and build meter meterlessly. I can do hit confirms, you know, and do my full-blown combos meterlessly. Like, I can zone you and jail you and force you to hold frame traps and jails from full screen meterlessly. Like, she doesn't give a shit. Like, let's say you just land this. I can stop you from waking up completely meterlessly. Like, let's say they took that. Look at how much damage she just did. She didn't even spend a bar. She literally didn't even spend a bar. She wasn't done yet. Oh yeah, she's still blocking. Look at this meter build too. Like, people think that it's like, oh, but you're sacrificing damage. Look, I almost gained a full ass bar and I still did like 35%. If I just do the optimal, wow, I suck. It's like, yeah, she gets a decent chunk more, but look, her meter build is still there, but still, look at how much damage she did. No resource, nothing. She just did that for free. I don't practice this enough, but something that you can do, like, let's say you get a hit confirm. Look. Like, how is this a bottom tier character? This is from a 6-frame punish. This is 6 frames. If I'm outside and I get a 6-frame punish, look. Meterless side switch at will. Look into the same shit. Like, she just has so many different ways to just constantly create these scenarios of, I don't need resources. I simply don't fucking care. I am Harley. Like, and like, people argue, it's like, oh, but you know, she doesn't have an invincible wake up. She doesn't have a good wake up game. One, that's a lie. Tantrum is invincible, because there has been numerous occasions where I literally meaty to Harley and she goes right through my attacks. Like, quite literally just clean through my attacks. Tantrum has invincibility. It's weird as to where it triggers, but obviously you can still stuff it and it still has invincibility. So you still run that risk, but at the same time, this character takes no bar for anything. She needs no resource for anything. All she literally has to do at a smart, higher level of play is simply not wake up. The moment they do anything to you as you're waking up on block, she just push blocks, and that's it. You're done. She doesn't lose anything. She doesn't need bar to do anything else afterwards. And this thing is really dirty too. Like, this is something to kind of just like throw out like on a win every now and again. But like, look at this. Oh shit. It's a very sneaky restand if you're not expecting it. And this is also why I think the, what do you call it? The Aquaman matchup. This is why I think that it's not losing. I think it's even. She might even have the upper hand. I'm not sure. I can see how she lost that badly in Injustice 1. That was a given. But in this game, like with the adjustments and the meta change and the neutral change overall and just how she functions now, I don't see that as a case. Like, there's no way that she possibly loses, in my opinion. Because, like, I feel like the biggest argument is that if she gets a hit confirm, she can't go into Tantrum. Because she goes into Tantrum, Aquaman traits up, and now she gets punished. Thing is, she doesn't need to give a shit about that. She gets a hit confirm, and she just does this. Yeah, it doesn't do that much damage, but it stacks up fucking fast, and she is like Omega plus afterwards. Like, she is guaranteed something after. So if Aquaman pops trait, you know what, let's go Aquaman, so you can see. The thing with Harley is that she is basically a win-win situation character.
Quinn, Aquaman,
That's kind of her set play in general. It's always win-win.
Fighters approaching Gotham City.
It'll be better in the corner just so that he's not moving. And gets the point across. So look, this is the thing. Let's say she gets a punish and she does this. She can basically just keep on doing that over and over. Like, let's say she gets a punish, right? And he straights up. Look, see, this is the thing. Here's the issue with that. Like, let's say he trades up. Look, even he's not getting launched, sure. But look, he still has to take that gunshot, right? Let me see if I trade up sooner. Will he still have to take it? Yeah, look, he still has to take it. That's one. He still has to take it, right? But look, he still takes full-blown damage. Look at his health. Look, he's still taking the full damage of everything. And the thing is, I wonder if I can down 2 her in between. Let me see. No, I can't. See, because the thing is, this is why he can't do anything. Probably in other situations he could. The thing is, what I mean by she is an always win-win situation character is that this interaction right here, she does not care. Like, whether this is on hit or on block, it is still her turn. Like, she simply does not give a shit. Like, if I do this, if it's on block, I am still +2. I will still move first regardless. If it's on hit, I am so plus that I have another guaranteed one to still hit you with. And this still jails on block. So if you eat this, and then I do this again, and you guess right, she is still plus afterwards anyways. Like, she doesn't care. She's still plus. She still gets to move. And that's primarily why I'm like, I don't see how she loses. Like, she doesn't have to launch people. This is another way that you can play her, and I think this is kind of almost her optimal way to play in general. Like, if you can do this, if you know how to exploit this, she just constantly keeps on resetting, just doing chip. I am still plus. Oh, I finally got a hit confirm. Oh, eat this 40% into a restand that does DOT damage. You know? Like, it's just forever always in her favor. It's always win-win. Like, if you actually know neutral, it's always win-win. Always. Like, I'll try to record that again. Like, let's say she's doing all that, right? Like, I trade up. See, so it's like he has that option of doing that, right? But then if she checks in with a down one at the same time too, and he takes it, I'll try to replicate that right now. See, look, he has to hold that. It's like, let's say I'm trying to mash, right? Oh, I think she's just doing it too fast. See, like, let's say he wasn't respecting it, right? And he just gets hit. And I just try to recreate that. The thing is, she is still so plus off of her down 1 that when she sees that happen, she can just hit confirm. So look, her +1, she's +17. I'll just show that now. So you can see, she hits him, and then she does this, and look. Look, see? Look, he still has to hold it. See, so look, that one on hit, look, he blocks immediately. Look, I can't backdash. Look, I get hit by, I can't do anything. I'm forced to take the follow-up. The follow-up is jailing plus frames, even more plus frames. That's the follow-up. The follow-up is she still gets to be fucking plus without spending bar. So she will frame trap at first, and if that frame trap connects, then she gets to recreate that same exact scenario all over again. That same exact fuck you scenario all over again. Just right back to square one. Oh, you get strong again? Eat it again, and then guess again afterwards. And that's just her doing like the 1-2. Now if she connects like the gunshot on hit, now she has the option to actually start mixing. And the thing is, either one of her mix options, she can still jail into the gunshot anyways. So just keep on rinsing and repeating over and over and over and over, and she doesn't care. It's just guaranteed shit. Like, why the fuck not? Like when you actually understand how neutral works, like, it's disgusting. see, look, like even that, like let's say she does this and I disrespect her again and she down ones, then she just does the same thing all over again. I'm not fast enough. But like, let's say I was trying to just counter poke right there, right? Oh yeah, look, it doesn't come out just because I was blocking. Whole point is that when you create this scenario enough times, when people finally realize, and it's not going to take them long, it's like, it's very cut and dry. It's like, look, if you basically try to press buttons at the wrong time, you're still just going to keep on getting locked into hit stun. You know, yeah, hit stun. When you establish that itself, that's literally what lets her basically just do this, and she's like, okay, now I'll just jump 2. Or rather, this on block. Because you know not to counter poke her. You know, like you know that you counter poking runs the risk of actually getting hit. So that's what lets her start her jump 2. And the thing is, from her jump 2, now she actually has legitimate mix. Like she has like 4 different ways of playing the game from this point onward. She can either do jump 2 and then just leave it alone, use the plus frames, and then just move back. Jump 2, use the plus frames to jump the fuck again. You know, jump 2 to go into jump 3. She can do jump 2. Let me just go to her. After that, she can do jump 2 into the overhead, you know, and that jails. Jump 2 into the low, that jails. No, jump 2, she's so fucking plus, as you saw from previous examples. She can just do jump 2, jail into 1, 2, and still be plus. And still go right back to square one of I am still plus. Like, and that's just how she works. She is quite literally eternally forever plus. If you know how to play her right, and you know how to set it up in the right ways, she's quite literally always plus. She just stays plus the entire fucking time. Like, she doesn't get to do this for free, depending on the different matchups, but this is something that she does get to do overall. It's just knowing how to actually accomplish it, depending on the matchup. And again, that's if they start pressing, let's say you connect this because they're trying to anti-air you, and then this connects. Now you can hit confirm into this. And then just get all that damage. And let's say he traits up right there as an Aquaman player, right? Like let's say he just traits up right there in that instance. Now you get to just jail into that, you know? Or because this is so plus, then just do this on block. And then he'll still be forced to take it. And guess what? You're still fucking plus. And he still doesn't get to move, you know? If it was any other character and then this connects, then you can actually just hit confirm into the full-blown BMB. Hopefully I don't drop it. Look, into doing all of that for 1 bar. And then you gain half a bar in the process of doing all that. Or she can just do this, and then just hit confirm into a full-blown combo. Into, look, more plus frames, hold that, you know? Literally hold that. What is that, like plus fucking 40 on block? Where's the... Plus, yeah, plus 44 on block. This one. That's plus 44 on block. And it behaves on its own, because look, she can just send it out, and then she just chills there, as it does her own bidding. She'll just chill. So if they wake up with something that's invincible to tank the hyena, she's still in that safe space. If the Harley player knows what they're doing, they're in that safe space where the hyena basically just baited out the invincible wake up, and now she just punishes on the recovery. You know, she either just jumps in, jump 2 and converts, or she does her back to 2, you know, and whiff punishes that way. Or if they start respecting it and they know to respect the hyena as a whole, like let's say you do that, she's so plus, okay, so now let me just start more of my offense again. And again, still not spending any bar, still just chilling here. Like look at how fast that strike throw was. Like, understanding neutral, how it plays in general, like you can take this character stupidly fucking far. And the thing is, it's like she can do this. She kind of is free to do this. And it's like, I'm not the best Harley, you know, but I understand how she works. Like, I understand what you're supposed to do with the character. But it's like, even then, like, even regardless, like, I don't think that I'm, like, the best Harley, but I think that I am a pretty damn good one. Like, I'm still able to take games off of, like, supposed, like, losing matchups, or I can win pretty convincingly in even matchups, you know? And it's not even because Harley has the advantage, it's just that if you know how to exploit her stuff, you're constantly just linking things into your turn over and over and over. Look, I'll show another example of this. So, if you hit somebody with this, look, it's gonna hit him fuck. So look, I'm gonna shoot another gunshot, and I'm gonna have him block crouching. Look, see, if he's just crouching like that, look, like let's say I do this, and I go into another one, it jails, as you can see. If I delay it slightly, see, it no longer jails, because I wasn't frame perfect. So he's able to constantly duck the gunshot, as you can see. Like, he's not forced to take this. The thing is, she's so fucking plus off of the gunshot on hit, she's even more plus from full screen, that this is her set play, is that she does that, and she sees that it hits, or not even that, she could just smash into it because nobody's punishing that in general. Then she's guaranteed this, which leaves her even more plus. So the plus gunshot on block, I'll just have him stand. This thing on block full screen essentially guarantees another one as well. So they can either hold that and then crouch to avoid the next one, or because they're crouching, because they know that that's a set play, you block this, and it's like, oh, let me throw cupcakes. That gets blocked, this in general gets blocked, now you're guaranteed this. Look at that, you're plus again, in general. So now, do you want to throw another cupcake, or do you want to throw another gunshot that's going to stop them from moving? You know, let's say you hit them again with that, oh look, they blocked that, you can toss this. You hit them with that, check them. You know, this gets blocked, again, another gunshot. This gets blocked, you get the gunshot. And the thing is, when you condition players and they know the matchup, they know that these are the options. And that itself is what lets you exploit these things over and over. Because you know, if you block this, you have to take another gunshot. You know, like you just have to take it. You either duck it and avoid it, or you walk into it. Those are your only options. You don't have any other option past that point. So because that is the meta, because that is the scenario, she gets to do this, and it's like, let me chuck another one. Oh, you respect her again? Look at this, let me just do that. Oh, that jails. Fuck you. I get to do this. You know, and she just gets to do that all game long, essentially. Like, if you know how to do it right, see again, because remember with this, if it's blocked, she's guaranteed another one. So if you respect that option, and then she does this, now you're forced to respect this option again. You respect that again, now she does that. She checks you again. Let's say you got hit by that, she checks you with another one, and she's still plus. You don't know what to do, she'll toss another one. You think that there's another gunshot coming? Guess what, she did this. Because she did that, now it guarantees this. And I'm going to show you just how obnoxious her fucking meter burn is, her meter build. So normally she can do this to kind of just like cheese people out, you know, just to like anticipate them from moving. So she has all these ways to constantly check. That's so plus, it guarantees this. You know, that thing is so plus and it's coming out that it guarantees that. Because that's so plus, it guarantees an air shot. Or it's so plus, it guarantees a gunshot, you know. And all these things, again, they're all still plus. On hit, on block, it's still plus. It's literally still double-digit plus, whether it's on hit or on block. Who cares? It's still that plus. Like, she actually has a very fascinating way, in my opinion, of like her set play and how you're supposed to do it. The thing is, it's just, you can't be stupid, you know? Like, she actually has a way to play stupid and still get rewarded, and that's kind of what makes her stupid in general, ironically. But to actually win at a high level, I personally think that she actually does have the capability to do so. It's just you just have to be an actual smart player, like an actual good, phenomenal player. But it's not even like phenomenal in the sense that, oh, she can't win outside of that. It's more in the sense that she actually has all the tools in the world possible to actually make that happen. But it's not as cut and dry as somebody like Black Adam. All you have to do is just press forward 1-2 and Black Magic, you know? And that's the thing too, like she does that, so you're respecting the gunshot because, or even here, like let's say you block this, you know that you have to respect another gunshot, right? So you do this, and then your instinct is, smart instinct is going to be to duck, so you avoid the next one, as you can see. But if she does that, and now she does an instant air, if she spaces it right, now you get hit by the overhead. So she's quite literally, like, not full screen, but like mid-screen actually legitimately mixing you. Literally any time that you hold any plus frames, and you always, you know, like check them with this, or even jail with this, every time that you do that, any instance that you have the capability to do that, you also have the capability to do this, and hit them out. And then this is still plus that you can actually guarantee something else like that, you know? So because they're respecting those options, then that's what's going to make them start actually standing. See, this is the stupid thing about her. Because they blocked the gunshot, and they're like, oh, let me not crouch just because I might get hit by the overhead. That's what lets you do this. Look, you're still... Guess what? You're still, literally still back at square one. I am still double-digit plus. Like... And that's the thing, she doesn't even need to necessarily commit. Like, she can do this, she can go into air and do nothing, you know? Or go into air, see what they're doing, and then still wait till here, and then still be into space regardless. She can go into air, come back a bit, look, throw a cupcake, still stay safe. Like, she has so many ways to link back into herself. It's like, it's honestly fascinating, but it's still dumb. Oh, did you guys hear that? That was my neck. Oh, man. Those are my fingers. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of spoke a lot. I just let my mind wander. What are you guys up to now? What are you guys doing? Oh, I need to pack a bowl. I forgot. That's what I should be doing. Oh, and look at something that Harley is capable of doing too, by the way. So if she connects this on hit, especially like mid-screen, this is an option that she has, where she can actually mix depending. Because most people, they're still going to be moving back and or crouching. So depending on their movement, it depends on how viable this option becomes. I think with this, I think they can duck. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, see, look, this is a thing. So depending on the type of hit itself, look, she has this cross-up setup. And the thing is, she's so plus that she can actually do this. She's literally that plus on hit that she has this as an option. So you're guessing between a cross-up. If you get hit by that, you know, like let's say you just get by like 1-2, you know, you're guessing between a cross-up, you're guessing between the overhead, you're guessing between the low. So because she has all these options, and because you know to respect her, because she is literally so plus, she gets to do neutral jumps, just in general. So she gets the extra chip from doing this, and the extra plus frames, as well as something from this. She gets the chip, the plus frames, the meter build, and it jails into, guess what, more plus frames. And again, as you saw earlier, from all the air options that she has for the jump-ins, she has several guesses. She either can mix straight from that, you know, from doing that and then going into this, go from that into like a double overhead, you know, or overhead low. She has that option. She can do this and then just jump again. Like, still stay plus, still jail. Like, when you actually know how to maneuver around frames, she's so stupid. Like, she's actually so dumb. When you know how to manipulate frames as a whole, oh my god. See, look, this is the thing too that she can do, look. Because she's so plus, like, and you know that she's plus, you're gonna respect her. So you're not gonna press stuff, you know, like in that scenario. Look at all this meter build that she just got. Look, I had no meter. And then she just gains a bar back. And realistically, I didn't even need to, like, kill bar in that instance. Because then people are gonna keep on respecting. Like, and see, that's the thing. She has a trait, like these kinds of traits in general, in my opinion, this is what makes you like easily a contender for top tier. Obviously they're not going to work the same way, but the simple fashion of how they work is primarily what makes it so strong. It's basically an item, it's a tool, it's an object, it's something that appears on the screen that simply behaves on its own, gives you advantage, launches the opponent, and at the same exact time you are not hanging yourself in the process and you're able to convert. That all sounds crazy, right? And it is. And the reason why it's so crazy, and the reason why it's not, I guess, as common, it's just that there's not too many characters that have this. But then when you see the characters that do have it, it's like, that makes sense. This actually does play a big part as to how they play. One prime example, Batman. He pops trait. all of a sudden there's tracking, armor breaking little fucking bats that will launch you, and it's still plus on block anyways. And he doesn't need to control it. He has to control it in the sense of when to release them, but once they're out, they literally track. He doesn't care. Same thing with the hyena. Like, it tracks where the opponent is, it tracks their area, and then that's when it becomes an overhead, you know? If it's blocked, she is still so fucking plus that she is still guaranteed something afterwards anyways. And with this type of mechanic, it lets you go for trades, whereas other characters simply could not. Like, if I wanted to trade against Aquaman, let's say, like with this scenario, like let's say, if we traded, it would be something like this. This would be like a type of trade that we can do in general, right? Like, let's just say. But see, now if I do that, look, this is the thing, look. If I get it out in time, this is what it enables me to do. That itself, that's the benefit of moves like this, is that you will win the trade essentially because you will have more advantage in the end. Because that item is behaving outside of you. It's basically behaving after you. See, because look, I toss it, I get hit, but as I'm hit, this thing is still coming out. The hyena is still moving. Even if it's blocked, like, I'll try to... Let's see, let me record him. Look, I'll just... Oh wait, no, because it's a hyena, I have to walk back. Look, I'll just keep on walking back, right? Like I'm blocking. Look, he still gets hit. You know? Hell no, I'm not gonna play on K11. But see, this is the benefit. Look, it's such a long knockdown that she's able to move in. And in most cases, she will win the damage exchange also. Even if she doesn't, it's still comparable. Her chip will simply make up the difference regardless. And she's still gonna stay plus in majority of those situations. See, so she can do this, right? And then you take that, and then she just pops another one, stays safe. Look, that's plus. Look, she gets to move in for free. And then, like, she'll start something. Look at that damage difference right there. And she wasn't hanging herself a single time. This was off of a trade. Like, of course, this is like a more opportune situation, but this is exactly what makes these trades so strong. Is because a trade will literally result in something like this at bare minimum. So it's like, you know, like, her hyena behaves this way, Enchantress Shabalba behaves that same exact way too, and you can actually control Shabalba, you know, if you wanted to. I don't even know if I'm saying his name right, and then, you know, of course, the bats of Batman. And really, anything that behaves this way is just so strong. Same thing with, like, Sub-Zero's Ice Clone. He just pops the fucking clone, and it's like, yeah, like, do you really want to interact with it, you know? Like, it still punishes you for interacting with it, you know, even if he's not actually there. Same thing with Fate and his Meter Burn Orb. Starfire, her Meter Burn Stardust, you know, where it's like that orb that travels across the screen. Robin and his Birderangs, they're tracking you. They're so plus on hit that he still gets a combo even from his normals. They're so plus on block, he still gets guaranteed plus frames. You know, it's a whole bunch of just stuff like this in general. Red Hood with his mines. You know, he pops it, and you have to take the mines. It's either you get launched by the mine, and then he still gets advantage, even on a trade, or you hold it, he's still plus, and then he still gets to move. Green Lantern, kind of, sort of, it's not as strong, but it works similarly. You know, like, he can set up the bowling ball, or he can set up, like, the slow orb. It still works the same kind of way, in a way. Cyborg with his Roomba also behaves that way. It's still just as strong. Like, he may not be the strongest character, but it still is such a strong tool. Like, it literally stops you. Like, it legitimately just fucking stops you. It's either you stop or you get hit. Either case, I still win, regardless. I still win the exchange. Atrocitus with that dumbass cat does that same shit too. Ivy and the little Yoshi, when he spits out, and she spaces it out right so she can't get push blocked and it goes away. Brainiac and his drones. You know, he has a controller release, but the thing is still, he releases it and then it behaves on its own. His is, I guess, a little bit better because you can still technically counter hit him, but still. Adam, literally all of his stupid ass potions, he just sets it up and it just behaves on its own. If you interact with it, you take more than what he was already doing. Supergirl, to an extent also, this is what lets her start her pressure in certain situations. Like, if you get a good knockdown, you get good spacing, she sets up a Meter Burn Ice Breath, and then you have to hold it. In the right spacing, it becomes plus. So it's like, you know, it's literally a plus launcher. So it's either you hold it and you respect it, or you try to contest it, and now you get launched. You know, pick and choose. Oh yeah, even dark side kind of, with his little parademons. But in terms of like practicality, in terms of like overall legitimate, genuine use, I would say easily, definitely Batman, Harley, and Enchantress, easily. Like for these types of abilities, or at least specifically the traits. Like the cooldown is so good, you can kind of throw it in anywhere, really, at any given point. In most cases, it's really, really good as an ender, which is kind of like the strongest thing overall. So you can literally get to end your combo, full-blown combo, in a setup that lets you ensure that you get to keep it moving afterwards. Like that shit is so strong. Oh, and that's another thing that I forgot with Harley too, that I didn't mention.
Fighters approaching Metropolis.
Because she just has so many layers that kind of just get overlooked. And it's like when you know how to exploit it, it creates such a minefield for the opponent that they really won't know what to do in a lot of situations. They're kind of just waiting till they know for a fact that your turn is up. It kind of comes to that point, which in my opinion, I think that's so stupid. They had to wait on that for a character. You remember how I was mentioning how it's like after this, she jails into her back two, and after this, she jails into the gunshot, and then she jails into the 1-2. Because she jails into all that stuff, and if you condition it well enough, people are going to respect the jump 2 pressure afterwards. That's literally what lets her do this. Now she can actually viably use this, and she can cancel into the gunshot. This will jail on block. Like if they manage to actually block this, you know, they block the overhead, again, she's still plus, so who cares? She is still plus regardless. If you manage to somehow land this itself, or not even that, you land a gunshot on hit, this also jails. Look, I'm gonna stance duck, right? See, look, that still jails. And then from here, you have the option of an overhead, or you have the option of going into a low. So you still have that additional layer of mix itself too. And I might be wrong, let me see if this, no, that doesn't jail. So see, it's only really viable, like this thing is something that you're gonna have to implement in specific matchups like this one. Because as you can see, the gunshot will not connect on block. See, he's one of those rare cases where it just misses, so this won't work. But this will. So I can actually show you guys, I'll prove it to you. I'll be him, and I'll just have her do it. Oh shit, oops. See, so look, like, let's say I block the overhead. See, look, I'm crouching immediately. I block the overhead, I'm crouching immediately, still, you still have to take it. So basically all that she has to do is just ensure a way to condition that to come out. And then she still gets to start her whole game again. Or she can switch shit up if she wants to, because again, you're still forced to take her shit. You're still forced to hold her plus rings, especially off of a jump in. She can do this. Like, this is so underutilized, you know, and for good reason, because like, why would you use it? It's kind of slow. But the thing is, again, it's guaranteed, and look, +5 on block. So you still have some form of options regardless. You know, and with some characters, like let's say, like she just has so many layers. This is what I'm saying. Like you just have to find the way that you're supposed to play the character correctly. Granted, some things may come with risk, but it's like it still is an option that you have regardless, you know? And it may still come with the risk, but the simple fact that you're able to counter the other player just for basically off of any exchange, they're going to be cautious. Like that itself is the main goal at the end of the day. You want them to respect you. You want them to respect your options. Even if you don't go for the full-blown thing, you still want that respect to still be there, that they're still anticipating and they're expecting the full-blown thing. You know, that's how you actually, it sounds kind of silly, but it's like that's how you establish dominance. You know, that's how you establish that it's like, look, bitch, I'm controlling the pace, you know? And that's really what you're supposed to do no matter what the matchup is, no matter who your character is. That's really exactly what the goal is. Like, you have to establish that. What the hell was I getting at? Oh yeah, with the 3-3. So, who am I right now? I am Harley. I need to be Superman. Some characters, see, like this meta works with her. Like she can do down 1, like at its max range, and then do back 2, right? That's something that she can do in most matchups. Some matchups, because their down 1 is so good because of the range that it has and the startup, it will beat out her back 2 and she'll get counter poke, you know, and she'll get counter hit. And she could get launched because of that. But the thing that she has on top of that to patch it up This will not connect on block, but look, if I try counter poking her, if I do literally anything, even if I just stand, look, if I try to move back, look, this still happens. This is still an option. Like, you can actually tick throw. Look, I'm trying to press buttons to try to contest her. See, look, if you contest at the right frame, it will still catch. Basically, if you press a button at that same instance, it'll catch her. So if you start conditioning them in some way, this obviously isn't something to throw out all the time. This is really just something against the matchups where you can't do down one into back two. Which again, even that itself as a sentence sounds absurd. Down one into back two, like what the fuck? Like, it's an actual thing with her. She can actually do that. But in the matchups where you can't, then this becomes an option. Because they know that they can counter poke. They know that that down one into back two will not work against them. So they're going to take their turn back. But because they do that, then this becomes an actual viability. So they're going to be cautious. So because they're going to be cautious, that lets you do that and simply just walk away. That's it. You frame trap, you do your down one, your little cheeky down one, and that's it, you're done. And you just move back and you get into your comfortable spot all over again. And then anytime that you're close, that's still forever a threat. So it's like, they know to be mindful of that. And you can also just do this and then just backdash and just let them commit to every single fucking thing that they want to do. It's like, let's say I do that for some reason. See, look, you're still not going to catch her anyways, look. I think she can actually punish him. I could be wrong. Yeah, I think I actually could have got that. Yeah, almost. Maybe she's a little closer. Yeah, well I guess with other characters it would, but see, this is what I mean by, like, it's just like a hitbox thing, you know? Oh, they're now connected, but that was probably just because I was slow. But yeah. Like, the whole thing is that she has access to, like, all these layers, you know? It's like, this is something that she can do.